One of you, my name is Lauren Verona. Through this session where we're talking about pratyahara, which is one of the limbs of yoga, meaning the withdrawal of the senses. And so what you'll need for this class is a blindfold, please. So go ahead and find something at home. It could even be a t-shirt or a sarong or a shawl or a scarf. And I will also be blindfolded, except I will peek every now and then to check on the time, okay? Otherwise, I'm going to be blindfolded with you. So I'm going to give you 30 seconds or so to blindfold yourself. It's funny because, not funny, in actual fact, pratyahara is actually like a sensory fast. And the timing of these things is always amazing. I've actually committed today to a juice fast. So I'm just cleansing just for 24 hours before a plant-based journey of 3 weeks up to my Bali retreat that I'm running. So when I flicked the screen to see the topic that I'd chosen some 4 weeks ago, the theme for today's class, I had a little chuckle to myself, of course. Okay, so withdrawal of the senses, we're choosing the sight today and blindfolding ourselves. So you're on your mat and you can familiarize yourself with your mat now. And obviously if you need to have a look up, then please do, but I'll be using my best instructions so that you can keep blindfolded the whole time. So let's just start by first acknowledging anything that we're feeling immediately when we think about taking our eyesight away. Anything at all. Any fears that come up? Because we are so constantly bombarded, yogis, with information outside, it's getting to the point we're forgetting completely how to turn inward. So this is one of the ways. Of the 8 limbs of yoga, this is the 5th limb. So now I just want you to notice your breath. Perhaps like never before, you can really feel yourself breathe. And just bring your breath to your nostrils. Breathing in through the nose and out. Feel your spine long. So what will change in this session is your heightened senses other than your sight. Your spatial awareness will change because you're used to looking at where you're going, and now you'll be sensing where you're going. Smell might be different. Touch. Let's bring some movement. Wherever we are seated, let's just bring some gentle movement, just to get used to this concept of moving our bodies without our eyesight. Maybe you want to roll the head back, swivel on the hips. Circle your body. And then when you're ready, come over to child's pose. It's the one where we have our shins on the earth and we bring the forehead down to the earth
And you can leave your arms out in front of you or reach them out behind you. Breathing into the belly. Take 2 more deep breaths. And support yourself as you come to all fours. So come up now onto your hands. Your knees separate so they're underneath your hips, and your wrists feel as though they're beneath your shoulders. Spread your fingers and place space. Plant the hands, suction the hands, place the fingertips down into the floor. Draw the navel into the spine so it feels as though your spine is flat. Inhale as you drop the belly towards the floor, and as though you're looking up, take your chin towards the ceiling. On your exhale, bring the chin towards the chest and let your head just hang as you round into your back. Beautiful work, yogis. Let's bring this movement in. So we're breathing in with the movement to arch the back. And as we breathe out, we round the back. And that brings some movement into the spine. Acknowledging exactly how you're feeling blindfolded right now. I'm feeling a little confused, disorientated, and just acknowledge that and let it go. After this round, return to all fours and take your left leg off the earth, anywhere. Just take the knee off the floor. You might want to circle it in, hug it in, lengthen the leg out behind you. Rotate the ankles and then bring the knee back down beneath the left hip and take your right leg out anywhere. Good. Anywhere. Letting go of any perfect way of doing things, any rights and wrongs. Left arm now, so return the right knee and then take the left arm somewhere. Rotating the wrist, rotating through the shoulder. Return the left hand, extend through the right, anywhere it wants to travel to. It's like this, you're freeing your body. You're saying, go anywhere, just be free. Pratyahara. We can get so attached to the way we like to do things. All right, tuck your toes. We're lifting up to downward facing dog. Lift your hips and pedal out through the feet. That's it. So you're pressing each heel down in towards the floor. And then the opposite foot comes up. From downward dog, we're going to make our way to the top of your mat. So your feet will start to step all the way to find the hands. Bend the knees. And then inhale as you lengthen your spine. So feel a flat back here. Exhale as you fold. We're going to roll up to stand. So let the fingertips come off the floor. Be active through your legs, active through your core. Lead with what I call the back door of the heart and keep rolling up to stand. Your head is hanging. It's the last thing to come up. As your head comes up, give your shoulders a beautiful roll and shrug out as well. Notice if you've become attached as to whereabouts in the room you're facing, and are you able to let that go?
Bring your hands toward your heart. We bring your hands to a prayer-like position, Anjali Mudra. And take 3 deep breaths in utmost gratitude for your eyesight. How we can so often forget and neglect how blessed we are when we find so many things to complain about all day long. Yet we have our eyesight. Gratitude. And a moment for those without eyesight. A moment for those who withdraw the sight sense day in and day out and sense the world as we are. All right. Bring your hands down either side of your body. So your arms are just dangling as you usually would be standing. I want you to step your left foot back. So take weight into your right leg and step your left foot back. Bring your toes and ball of the foot into the floor behind you. Then transfer your weight down into the whole left foot and pick up your right foot by coming off the heel first, then taking the right ball of the foot off the floor. Now transfer all your weight to your left foot and step back with the right foot, toe and ball of the foot, and then the heel of the foot, and then all the weight into the right leg. The left foot comes off, it steps back, toes, ball of the foot, heel of the foot, and bring the right foot back in line with the left. Well done. We call that walking. And you learned to walk one day by putting your one foot in front of the other. Let's walk forwards. Right heel down, whole foot down, weight into right foot. Come up onto the ball of the left foot. Transfer your weight to your right leg. How challenging is this? Left foot comes out in front, heel, ball and toe. Weight to left, right heel comes off. Right foot comes out in front, all weight in left foot. You got this. Heel, ball and toe with the right foot. Weight forwards, right foot takes it all. Left foot floats, comes up to the top of the mat. Grounding down, right foot meets it. Somewhere, wherever you are, is perfect. Okay, let's transfer all of our weight now into our right leg and bring your left foot just onto your foot. Now we're working into tree pose. Most of you will know this, and you may even be really familiar with bringing your foot all the way up into your thigh, and maybe that's where you want to go. But because you're blindfolded and your sight has been removed, that may not be in your practice today. So we are seeing now, sensing now, this letting go of the ego that we aim to achieve through the practice of yoga. Where once perhaps we would take our foot up higher, today being completely okay with bringing the foot to the foot, because nobody is watching and nobody is judging us, not even ourselves. Let's come to bring the foot down, so the opposite foot now, okay? Left goes down, right comes up for tree pose on the opposite side. The right foot coming up onto the left foot. Really strengthening the muscles around that left hip. Your core stays active. A sensory cleanse of sorts. Through the nose and out the nose, you continue to breathe. Well done. Let's come out of tree pose. And from where you are, we're going to practice see if we can come through a sun salutation now. So inhale as you extend your arms towards the sky. Fold forwards and exhale with me as you bring your hands down to the floor or onto your shins. Rise on the in-breath. Plant your hands, bend your knees, and make your way back to a plank. So you'll take as many steps as you need. Press into your heels, press into your fingers, and lower the knees to the floor. Untuck the toes and make your way down onto the earth. Good. Lift your chest and draw your shoulders back for cobra. And then bring some movement into your cobra. You can roll your shoulders. You can take your gaze up. Just move your body. How does it feel good? I'm bending my legs and bringing them in towards my body from here, one at a time or both together. Good. You might like to reach your hands behind you and see if they clasp and interlace the fingers as you lift the shoulders off the floor. Your breath steady and even. Melting heart pose. Bring your hands in to the floor next to the ribs. Support yourself to all fours first. Use your core. Bring your hips so they're over your knees, and then walk your hands further out in front of you. They may even come off your mat. They may come wide. And then what you do is you lower the chest down to the floor. The hips still stay over the knees. Lower the chest and bring your chin or forehead down to the earth. Deepen the breath. Start to make your way back to all fours. So your hands come back beneath you, underneath the shoulders. And then just rock the hips from side to side. Just ask your body, where do you want to go? Rock the hips side to side. You may bring the hips all the way down towards the floor. It's a great stretch for the glute. Tuck your toes under. Support yourself back to a low kneel. So you bring your hips onto the heels. Your toes are tucked. This is quite strong for the feet. We're not going to be here too long, but if you need to, untuck your toes and come to flat feet. This is an experiment of sorts. This is just to feel into sensation that you're sensing right now physically in your body. And I want you to divert that sensation and bring it into your heart space. Let your heart smile open. Notice the beating of your heart, the color. If you were to imagine a color inside your heart space, what would that be? And imagine that color getting brighter and brighter and brighter, filling up your whole aura. So you can shine your light. Untuck those toes now. Well done. You can sit back down onto the tops of the feet. Turn your palms towards the sky. Hero pose. It takes a hero to journey in, to withdraw one, if not all of the senses, to discover the self, the actual self, to acknowledge the self. Coming on this journey is one that can cause many of us suffering. So we divert our attention to finding the self, to external distractions. Let's bring some movement into the neck. Interlace your fingers now behind your head. And bring your elbows toward each other. They're somewhat in line with the shoulders here. Then press the head into the hands as you press the hands into the head. And start to bring your chin all the way down towards your chest. Perhaps you find you're really sensing these movements more than you have before. Maybe you are able to observe your mind more so without your sight today. Good. Let's release from this neck stretch. We're going to come into a squat. So bring your hands first out in front of you. Come onto the feet. Bring your feet wide, about as wide as your shoulders. And your knees are deeply bent. You can rest here. You can bring your hands into your heart and bring your shoulders and your arms inside your legs. You can turn your feet out if you'd like, or keep your feet in and parallel. A mindful pathway in. Allowing these hips of ours to experience some opening and space. Release the hands into the floor and start to make your way up to a stand. Rolling back up like we did earlier, rolling all the way up. Good. Now, take your weight into your right leg. Your feet are still quite wide. And just lift your left foot off the floor just for a moment and then place it back down again. You got it. Weight into left, right foot lifts. Bring it back down to the floor. Now you can swing your arms while you're doing this. You can click your fingers and pick up some pace. So we're now kind of bringing a little bit of a beat, a little bit of a dance, make a bit of rhythm. And you might even want to turn around. Go on, take a little risk and turn around and boogie while you're doing it and really wiggle your hips. Get those hips right out there. Poke your bottom out. Yeah, bring some movement into the hips, turning around. Maybe once, maybe twice. Hey, if you went one way, you better go the other way. We're all about restoring balance to the body. So walking around, dancing your way through life. Bring your arms up and rotate your wrists and your fingers. Keep moving from leg to leg and taking one foot off the floor. Circling your hands, bending your knees. Beautiful, well done. Come to bring your hands in towards your heart as you slow things down now. Really notice your breath. Notice subtle movements in your body. Notice any other noise that is going on. We're going to salute the sun again. So find where you think the top of your mat is. Come to find that. I'm just using my feet to find the top of the mat. Then I'll step back a little bit and I'm going to inhale, lengthen my spine, lifting the arms towards the sky. All right, brush your fingers along the floor and make a big sound out of your mouth. Okay, see if you can get noisier than me. Inhale, lift back up. So I'm brushing my hands along the floor, outside of my legs. And my arms go back when I do that. And then inhale, lift back up. This will be the last one. Beautiful, audible release. One of my favorites, arms to the sky. Hands come through heart. We're folding forwards again, but we're going to hang in a forward fold. So you might like to bring your feet so they're a little wider. Just ask your body, where do my feet want to go? Do I want to leave my hands on the floor or reach them back toward my calves and my thighs? Perhaps holding onto my elbows, interlacing my fingers overhead and behind me. And again, I'm bringing a little bit of movement in here so I don't get sort of into this habit of being really static. Okay, we're going to make our way back now. So bring your hands into the floor. Step to all fours. Well done. Bring your right foot between your hands for a lunge. So you might want to support that foot coming through. Slide your left knee back a little bit and come to lunge, but you want to ensure, if you can feel, just even with your hand, run your hand along your right shin and ensure your right ankle is beneath your right knee. Maybe while you're running your hand down along your shin, run it down along your feet and your toes, the back of your heel, back of your leg, down along those beautiful thighs of yours, along the hamstring. Really getting a sense of touch. Hamstring stretch. Bring all your weight back into your left leg. That enables you to be light on your front right leg and flex the front foot. Draw the toes of the right foot towards your face. So now you're feeling a stretch through the hamstring of the right leg. Well done. Take a breath in for me. Move yourself back, forward again into the low lunge. I'm keeping my hands on the floor just so you're aware. Let's come back to all fours and give ourselves a little clap with our hands. Good. What about 2 claps? Can we take our hands off the floor and give ourselves 2 claps? Nice. We're going for 3. Good. All right, let's go for 4. This is the last one. 5. Well done. Left foot comes through in between the hands. Feel free to use your hand to support the foot through. And then move into a low lunge. This is where you might need to bring your right knee back. And then bring your left hand up to your knee and slide it down along your shin. Feeling your legs, feeling your feet. Hello, toes. You beautiful toes of mine. Yeah, really love yourself up. Feel along down into your thigh, your left thigh, your glute, along the hamstring and back. Notice what you might otherwise tell yourself. Maybe perhaps reflect on what you would tell somebody else if you were doing this to them. Tell yourself you're beautiful. Let's move into the hamstring stretch. Drawing the toes towards the face, flexing the foot. One more breath here. Before bringing yourself forward, back into the lunge. Enjoy that stretch for the right hip. Then make your way back to all fours and rest back down the floor in child's pose. Notice any symbols, any colors, any information that's available to you. Notice if your mind has been tempted to cheat at all and poke a little sneaky look. Have you become fixated on the position of your body toward your mat?
Have you felt annoyed? Have you felt frustrated? What sort of emotions have come up for you today? And bring your hands back and towards your body. We're coming to a seated position, so you'll come upright and then bring your legs out in front of you.
Draw your right leg in towards you. We're moving into one-legged forward fold. This is a good one to do blindfolded because a lot of us will just assume and move our bodies straight away into the pose. So I'm going to get you to lift your arms, both of your arms up towards the sky and breathe in. And then tilt forwards. So you're tilting at the hips with a long spine, and you might just keep your arms up towards the sky. You might like to bring your hands down towards the floor, either side of your thigh. Flex through your left foot. Bring the belly down towards the thigh. And stay long, and I want you to really feel that you're doing everything to get a hamstring stretch. So your toes are flexed, you're tilting yourself forwards, and you've got a long spine the whole time. Take 2 more deep breaths before coming up and swapping your legs over. Right out, left in. Extend the arms towards the sky. Take a deep breath in and fold forward. Long spine, active foot. Bend as much as you need to into the knee. Maybe throughout the rest of the day you would like to do another cleanse or of another sense. Perhaps you're wanting to give a day off your phone or distractions. Maybe you can say no TV today or for the week. What would you ideally like to withdraw yourself from? Maybe you've adapted a habit that's not really serving you. Perhaps you'd like to go without it for a little while and just see how you like it. And let's come up. We're coming out of this forward fold and down onto our backs. Hug your knees in towards your chest as you arrive. And then you can circle the knees around a few times. See how that feels in your body. How open your hips feel. And now let's, with our backs on the floor, extend the legs towards the sky. In a variation of our Viparita Karate. So your core needs to be active here. You're drawing the navel back in towards the spine. Your legs are engaged. Solid breath. Your mind just noticing how it moves, how it comes in and out. And when you're ready, return the legs back in towards you. Rotate the ankles a few times. Bring the soles of the feet together and the knees out wide. Bound angle pose. soles of the feet together and the knees out wide. You might like to bring your feet further away or closer toward the hips. Play with variations. And then bring your hand to your belly and your other hand to your heart. One hand to the belly, solar plexus, one hand to your heart. I am that I am. Repeating with me, and say the words out loud so you can hear your voice. It sounds different when you're blindfolded, trust me. I am that I am. Good. Say it again. I am that I am. Reaffirming this sense of self. I am that I am. I am that I am. Now I want you to say, I am, and insert your name. I am Lauren. I am, now you can fill it up with anything you like. I am strong. I am empowered. I am inspiring. I am light. I am peace. I am energy. I am strength. I am whole. You can use some of mine if you like. I am that I am. I am that I am. Release your hands from the body and take them out wide as we prepare now for a meditation practice. Take your legs down long if that's comfortable for you. Otherwise, please rearrange the position of your body so that you can be as most comfortable as possible. There is a reason we encourage you to get comfortable. It's because the physical body is very good at working and becoming uncomfortable when we're going inward to distract us. We've become habits of distraction. So come to a comfortable stance. Listening again to the breath. Let your body surrender. Let your belly rise and fall with the breath. Observing the mind. Scan your bodies. Run your mind's eye up and down your body, acknowledging your body for moving, acknowledging you for saying yes and pressing play today. Bring some movement back to your bodies. Through the fingers and the toes before bending your knees and rolling to your preferred side. As you roll, just reflecting on your journey to now. All the array of emotions that came up as we blindfolded ourselves. Come on up to a seated position. Maybe you're tempted to sneak a little peek every now and then. That's okay. We do these things to really explore the mind. You know, perhaps asking yourself why you did that. It's kind of like when we went to the strawberry fields with my family, so my brother and sister, all fully grown adults. It's a few years ago now. And they say not to eat the strawberries. And you know, you're picking these ripe, rich, juicy, beautiful strawberries. And my brother and I were always, somewhat rebellious kids. But my sister wasn't at all. Always did everything right, by the book sort of thing, still does. And I saw my brother picking a strawberry and he looked at me and he said, Luz, he said, let's eat one. And I just, because someone else was doing it and it was just remind me of being a child again, I knelt down and I picked the juicy strawberry and I ate it and I had so much fun. And I said to my sister, eat one. And she said, no, I can't. I just can't. And this is, life and our experiences and, where we sort of cross that line and where our grey lines are. Let's remove our blindfold, my goodness, and come back into the light. Mine's a bit stuck in my hair. So what I'd love to hear from you. I'd love for you to comment in the section. What came up for you? What was there a cheating aspect? Was there a naughty aspect? Was there any fear around that? I mean, that can be really confronting. How was our balance? Where did we end up? Are you even on your map? And how was your meditation? Any insights? How was your mantra telling yourself all those words, I am, I am, I am? Well, thank you, as always, for choosing to join us on Live Yogi. I'm Lauren Verona. That was the practice of Pratyahara and reviving all of our senses. Maybe you want to practice going without something else in your life. Like I said, a digital detox. I'm in a juice cleanse at the moment, so detoxing from food and feeling really good. Anyway, my darlings, let's bring our hands to our hearts in Anjali Mudra to honour each other and this journey that we've embarked on together. Namaste. Namaste, everyone. Keep up your practice. See you online.